Can somebody please help me? I have been trying to make my own sourdough for what feels like forever, and I fuck it up at the exact same point every single time, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I have managed to create my own sourdough starter from scratch. That looks like it's doing all the things it's supposed to do, but when it comes to actually making the sourdough, it's just a massive big fuck up. So let me show you what I'm doing, and hopefully you can point me in the right direction so I can get this fucking sourdough made, because I'm really getting frustrated and I want to be able to do it. This is my sourdough starter when I've just fed it, and this is about 4 hours later, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. I've got 350 grams of warm water, and I'm adding 100 grams of sourdough starter to it. As you can see, it is floating the way that it's supposed to float. I add 500 grams of flour and make sure that it is all combined together. Sprinkle 10 grams of salt over the top and cover it and leave it for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. Make sure the salt is fully incorporated into the dough, and then I start with my stretch and folds. And instead of my dough getting firmer each stretch and fold, it seems to get looser. I've tried doing extra stretches and folds, and I've also tried adding a bit of extra flour. And every recipe I've seen, it says these quantities of water, flour and sourdough starter and salt. After my final stretch and fold, I even put it in a straight edge container so I can make sure that I get it out when it's risen 30%. And this step is where my dough seems to get even wetter and harder to handle. This is a bit embarrassing, but I do want some answers. So no matter how much I stretch and fold, no matter how much flour I add, it's just a big mess. I've even tried leaving it longer in that last process, and that makes no difference either. If anything, it just gets worse. So all my sourdough experts out there, can you please help me, because I'm determined to be able to do this. And if you are someone that's trying to create your own sourdough and having problems as well, then make sure you're following along and we can figure this out together.